let's go and see if it comes up on Twitch and on Steam. I mean, there is a delay. Yeah, we're on Twitch. Hello.
Hello, everybody.
Hello. Welcome to our live stream of our Let's Play of Airheart. We're doing this for the Day of the Girl sale, which is still going on at the moment. And yesterday was the Day of the Girl. And so we are introducing ourselves. I'm Nuria. I'm the intern for communication and marketing.
And I am Jeremy. I am the creative director and game designer here at Blindflug Studios, and also one of the people responsible for the vision of Airheart. So that's why I'm here today.
Yeah.
While Nuria is trying to play the game, and I'm going to critique her every move.
Yeah, exactly. Because I'm still quite new to the game. I mean, I played it a bit, but I wasn't here when the game was in development, of course. It's been a few years and I just started this year working here. It came out in 2018, right?
Right.
So around 2 years ago. And so when we thought it would...
It's already 2 years now, it's
Yeah.
crazy. Time flies.
Yeah, but a lot of other things happened. I mean, you had other games in between.
Indeed.
Yeah.
And it's also very nice that this is like the third time now consecutive in a row that we are in the sale that is being made from Warchild for Day of the Girl. Something that we're really happy to be part in. The lineup just grows every year and gets better and better. But there's like these amazing games in it. I think Transistor is in it again, right?
I don't think so. Tacoma.
I was thinking Tacoma, yeah. And Her Story, oh my god.
Yeah,
I love these
exactly.
games.
Gone Home is also in it.
Gone Home is also in there.
Yeah.
So yeah, like it is so cool to be in this lineup and also helping a charity this way. So we're really glad that Warchild invited us again this year, and we're trying to do our best to raise some money. So if you're buying Airheart now, during this sale, 50% of all proceeds will go to Warchild, right?
Exactly, half of the profits go to Watch It, and they wrote to us in the chat on Twitch. Thank you for the support.
Whoa!
Airheart is so amazing. Watch UK Gaming. Yeah, that's nice.
Ah,
Thank
that's
you.
nice. They're also.
Yeah. Hello. I will write them back here as well.
Yeah, we're not gonna play the game at all. Doesn't matter. Listen, you can get Airheart and also Cloud Chasers, what we're gonna talk about, really cheap now, and you're also helping a good cause. So if you were on the fence for getting Airheart for whatever reason, we're not judging you. Please get it.
Yeah. And we have a second Blindflug game also in the lineup.
Indeed,
Yep.
that is the first time. So this year there's also going to be Cloud Chasers in the lineup, and that is significant because Cloud Chasers is the prequel to Airheart. So maybe if you start the game, I mean, one of the most prominent figures here in Airheart is Amelia. We can see her here in her workshop,
Yeah, I'll go to
her hangar.
Yeah, here she is.
And she was, well, kind of also the protagonist of the previous game. So, I mean, if you don't know why there's suddenly, you know, a woman in the world above the clouds here fishing for skyfish, that is because she migrated there in the previous game. So, I'm going to talk a bit about Cloud Chasers, and I think you can try.
I'm already in it. I already did the tutorial. I have here the main airplane that you get at the start, and I will just like start and play in the first layer of the world, and Jeremy can explain the connection to Cloud Chasers and how it came to be.
Because that's actually a fun anecdote. So if you look down here, you can see this desert floor down below there. And that is the exact same texture that we used also in Cloud Chasers. That is the main texture that you use in that game to go through these deserts. Okay, so what's the deal? So basically, in this world that we did for Cloud Chasers in Airheart, there is a stark contrast of the people who are living below and the people who are living above the cloud layers. On the below, everything is getting very barren and very, very dry. That is because the huge cloud harvesters are coming down to the below and harvesting all the resources, all the water from the clouds and transporting it up into the more lush regions where the water is used again. And you are playing as two economic refugees, as Francisco and his daughter Amelia. And because you cannot sustain yourself anymore as farmers on the world below, you're looking for the spire, which is the city that connects the below to the above. And to get there, you have to travel through 5 really, really tough deserts. So you have to survive your own migration journey. And then Cloud Chasers, through certain events, leads Amelia up to the world above the clouds, which is here, which is this nice city of Granaria, which looks really pretty. But again, we have a class contrast going on, as in, if you look at the city a bit more closely, you can see that there's people living on the above of the city, and there's people like hanging almost constantly falling down in the lower parts of the city. And that's kind of where Amelia is. Amelia is doing okay-ish, I would say, as a refugee. She has her own workshop, she has her own airplane, but she is driven for more. She feels like she wasn't worth being sent up to this new place. She's not doing well enough. So that's why she, like the father, kind of is following a similar dream, as in finding the huge cloud whale in the stratosphere, the first person to ever find that huge cloud whale, hunting it, bringing it down, because fame and fortune will be hers if she does, and that's what she's trying.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. There are cutscenes, also like with pictures. I saw that you can watch them in the options menu.
Mm-hmm.
That's also like. I think if we go to the menus, should we watch one of the cinematics or should I continue?
I think we can continue for now.
Yeah.
I mean,
because there is a picture of Cloud Chasers right at the beginning. So
yes, that's true.
Yeah, that's why. So it's clear that that's the connection. So yeah, now I went up one more layer, and that's why now we have here pirates. So now the fighting part of the gameplay is here now.
Indeed, I mean, it's getting harder and harder to get through these sky layers. So every layer above Granaria gradually gets bigger and bigger, more dangerous, but also more rich in different flying fish and other fauna that is around there. And you basically have to make your way through it, but your equipment will most likely not be good enough to get that far in one turn. So you're trying to get as high as possible, bringing back stuff that you find. Whoa!
Yeah.
Yeah, you almost caught it.
Yeah, now
Actually, I don't remember what if you... That was one of our favorite features.
Yeah, that's really cool. Now I have to try.
Yes, you can. Bam! Okay, now the question is... Ooh, that's a sniper rifle.
Now I have a different weapon.
Yeah, you have a different weapon. It has a time limit, so you can see a bar on top. That's not an ammo bar, but it's more of a time bar, so you're not going to have this forever.
Yeah.
If you hunt down those pirates who have like a box, you can get a small taste of weapons. You put one in there and craft yourself.
Yeah, we will have a look at it as well. But now I need to I don't have much time left. Yeah, here's one. Yeah, I think they wrote one more comment.
What? Donuts in the air?
Because of my flying move.
Oh,
Yeah, very good. And they also wrote Cloud Chasers is also a top game, so much fun.
I mean, we work pretty hard with both games, to be honest. I mean, on one hand, we really like to create very colorful games, and this is kind of our own universe, but we still wanted to make something that really feels like a migration journey. So, Cloud Chasers is less of an action game than Airheart is. In Cloud Chasers, you are basically trying to survive through these deserts. So you're managing water, and you can actually get and harvest a little bit of clouds with a small glider. That's where Amelia learned to fly before the big cloud harvesters get them on the map. But generally, water is everything in that universe. It is not only something that you need to survive in the desert, it is also your currency. So if you come to the different hub towns in between the deserts, you can pay for different services with the water. You can buy items, or you can also, heal yourself at a doctor if you've been injured. Because the whole inspiration for Cloud Chasers was, of course, migration journeys in itself. Kind of, I guess I could repeat that story. So imagine in 2014 there was a game company who did a game about nuclear war, and that game did really, really well. And because it did so well with its political theme, we thought we were gonna do another game with a political theme, and that theme was migration, and that game was Cloud Chasers. So we thought, like, wouldn't it be amazing if people not only heard about refugees at the border in the news all the time, but instead we would craft a roguelike that procedurally generates deserts, and then you try to survive in them, and the game kind of ends where usually news start in Europe at least, but it doesn't really matter. It could also be the US and talking about North America, or it could be in Asia and Southeast Asia as it could be. Whoa, that was a nuke, wasn't it?
Yeah, I had a new weapon for a moment, but now.
I'm glad you didn't blow yourself up with the nuke.
Yeah.
Anyways, so Cloud Chasers as a procedural game is kind of a bit like Faster Than Light, or at least that was the inspiration, as it creates different people to talk to and different events based on real refugee stories in the desert. But it's really tough. Most likely, you are going to die in.
Yeah, I have to go back.
Okay. No, not you. But
Yeah, also.
How much? 8 hit points? Hi, Ultra Comfy.
Yeah, that's why I also had to look. Yeah. Hello, we have a new watcher here, but someone that we know. He's a fan who's very active on our Stellar Commanders Discord, and he's also on Instagram. He always writes nice comments. So hello. So yeah.
Anyway,
Sorry.
so
yeah.
How did Cloud Chasers do for us? I mean, it won a lot of awards. People really thought like we were crazy to making a game about refugees and about migration, especially because when it launched, the Syria crisis happened. And for like right at our launch date, and I mean, games usually take 8 months, a year to complete, so we didn't plan this at all, but there was like the biggest crisis in years happening around that topic. So Cloud Chasers was talked a lot. We were able to win an award in Brazil, win an award in France for the best indie game of that year. But it was really hard to get people excited for such a hard topic. So, I mean, for us, it was really interesting. So for one, being really, really topical and talking about something so important. And that's why we wanted to continue it, and that's kind of how Airheart then happened. We wanted to continue the story of Amelia and what will happen to her after, she crosses the border. And this is it. So this is another game about class struggle, this time more about overfishing and about swinging your enemies around into rocks. Because it's not as deep, but it's still fun.
Yeah.
You still need to start playing, aren't you?
Yeah, I will soon change it, but I thought for the beginning to show off.
I think there were some streamers that actually shown us that the starter plane is viable and you can use the boltcaster, but I can't compete the boltcaster and the pinty.
Yeah, I'm still here. This is like the second layer, so it's not that hard yet, but I know that...
Well, I mean, you know the most important part, which is golden trees drop health packs.
Yeah. There's something glowing there, then you should fly into it. Exactly, yeah, I already found it.
The Airheart is full of small little secrets like this. I don't think it's this layer. I think it was one beforehand where you can visit free flowers and then they drop some stuff for you.
Oh, okay, that's interesting.
We kind of took a bit of inspiration from, Mario 64 and games like that. What's it gonna be?
Sorry. I'm not good in flying. Okay, now what's it?
Machine.
Okay. Oh no, I shouldn't.
Don't shoot the fish.
Yeah, that's like the next point, that the topic of overfishing is here special in this game, right?
So watch outside, but they're really important topics to talk about for sure. We've been working with refugees from Syria, and they are very close to that crisis. Thank you for telling these stories. Gladly. I mean, it is kind of sad that it became such a relevant topic as it did. But still, I mean, most props, I have to say, goes out to our writer, who really did an amazing job. So Cloud Chasers right now is also pretty cheap, and you're supporting a good cause. So if you get Cloud Chasers, I guarantee you will have a journey as probably nobody else has, because there are over 240 different randomly inserted small little stories about refugees in there that Patrick Kersey, that's his name, all kind of researched and wrote for Amelia and Francisco in this game. And it really is mind-blowing. It is so big in content. I still find stories that I haven't read yet when I play this game. He really did an amazing job. We're so grateful for him. It kind of was his first gig. He's, by the way, now he's working on Elder Scrolls Online for Zenimax.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
I'm
so
bad,
glad.
yeah.
I mean, it's also hard to get into the industry as a writer, and now we can say, former Bethesda writers working on Cloud Chasing.
Yeah.
Maybe at some point this will be, on the Steam thing.
Oh,
from
yeah.
the writers of the Elder Scrolls.
Oh, wow. Oh, no.
But that's not true. Then I'm kidding.
Yeah, there's a connection, but not that.
A later connection.
Yeah. But that's really fun. Yeah. We also have a comment about the music, which is that's true. It's really good.
Yes, another thing that is worth mentioning. Michel Barenko, he's the guy who did. I mean, he did a lot of music. He also did music on Cloud Chasers, but especially here in Airheart, I really feel like that is one of his best work that he ever did. He made custom music for every sky layer, and it's also in itself layered in different tracks. So the different tracks kind of get put in and out as you move through the layers, and then as you are on the final layer of a theme, when you're in the bottom theme, then all of them play for the real track to shine through. I really love this.
So we're really motivated to go higher up.
Yes, please go to autumn, because I really like the autumn music. I mean, I guess I just want people to hear it because we don't hear it ourselves. So.
Yeah, it's headphones in. Yeah. Then I have to find the next portal, or how is it called? Those little elevators. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think it's a portal.
Yeah.
I actually don't remember, to be honest.
Oh wow. Yeah, there are
There it is.
more pirates.
More to the top.
Okay.
Because it's slowly showing up the marker.
Ah, yeah.
Very, very
Yeah.
small.
That's great. So you don't see it immediately?
No,
still
you
have
only see it if you go close.
Okay, now I have to get the pirates, or... Oh, okay.
Is it the pirate? Or maybe it was another fisher who used it. But anyway, hey, it must be on 4. Did you already fight the zeppelin?
I think so, yes.
Oh, well, I guess then.
No, I just have to find it again, the next portal. Ah, yeah, there was a zeppelin, aircraft.
So Comfy is asking, how is this game? Was it fun making this game? Yes, it was. I mean, it definitely was. It's controlled as a twin stick shooter, so you are using one stick to steer into the direction you want to fly as, and the other direction to aim. But you're not shooting automatically. You still need to shoot on your own, and that also means there's a lot of different weaponry. I think you have 4 different weapons in the game, and each of them handles a bit differently and needs to be used in another rhythm. And that's something that we really wanted to do. Like a lot of twin stick shooters, you just aim and then you constantly shoot in a direction, and it's more about evading. And here it's also about how your gun is being used, and especially if you should use it. Because as you can see, there's all these flying fish around in these ecospheres, and of course you can hunt down these fish and collect them up and bring them home for cash. but it also depends on how many are still alive for the next time you visit it. And that has an important role with the weapons, because if you use very powerful weapons, you will probably also kill a lot of fish.
Yeah.
For example, the laser. If you use the laser gun and you make one turn, then probably all the fish in the area are dead. And that is kind of what we want to say about overfishing in a certain regard. It's a bit more complex than that, but still, the main theme here was the whole overfishing aspect. I think you saw a damselfish, by the way. That is a fish that attracts other fish. That's why that was such a big swarm.
Hey, I didn't realize that. Okay. Yeah, that there are different kinds of animals. Also, does it change when you get it higher? That there are new...
Oh yes, definitely. I mean, there's also a fish that you can only harpoon because they're so big. So these you actually need to drag back home, and they're worth a lot of cash. But every biome has their different fish that are in them, and they have different values. But they're also differently hard to catch. For example, like these red ones, they're really fast.
Change weapons to get...
Yeah, it's getting a bit tough, I think.
It's quite a lot of enemies.
But I mean, you are in level 4, 9 hit points, 8 hit points. I mean, something we might not have explained very well is like, once you head back home, of course, everything you've flown above are now becoming obstacles on your way down.
Yeah, the island. So I will change some of the weapons. I think makes sense.
Do you have something, or do you
yeah, we can check out the shop first.
I mean, just to show people what they could actually get. These are not all the guns. These are just like tier 2 guns. All the better stuff you will need to craft yourself. And then on the right side, though, you can see all the airplanes that are in there. Each one of them, of course, has a bit of an inspiration by a real-world manufacturer and stuff like this. We also did some airplane posters based on old car ads, which was a lot of fun.
Yeah. I wanted to ask, in the description you always say it's a diesel punk game. So I don't actually know a lot of media that is considered diesel punk. So what were like inspirations or visual?
So I guess one of the biggest inspirations is a game called Crimson Skies. Crimson Skies is a game that was where the license is still with Microsoft, I think. It originally was like a miniature figure board game, but like Warhammer, something like this, but with single airplanes. And they made 2 games, one for the PC and one for the Xbox, the old original Xbox. And it's kind of like if Indiana Jones was flying around with a Zeppelin and everybody had airplanes and fighting airplane Nazis, stuff like that. I'm surprised that Frederick is not complaining in the chat because he really doesn't like Crimson Skies, but I love Crimson Skies. So this is kind of one of the bigger inspirations that are also considered diesel punk. I mean, that's kind of the weird thing about all these punk descriptions, right? Everybody knows steampunk, cyberpunk, and then there's, for example, diesel punk. So what does diesel punk mean? Well, diesel punk just assumes that there's not only the steam engine that was invented, but also the diesel engine. Yeah. And that's it. So basically, how would it look if the diesel engine would have gone way further and the society is still based on that, which is not as striking because we are still using a lot of combustion engines, I guess. Admittedly, but it's kind of cool. It's a lot of airplanes. It's a lot of Art Deco, and influences like that.
Right, so yeah, we can have a look at the. I bought some new parts for the plane. I already had some money here. Special means. Yeah, we prepared something so we can show more of the game. And I already bought some parts, and now you can combine it and make like new designs. But I think it's cool. I mean, looks
That is kind of badass. Oh,
Yeah.
so that is the Stallion engine with the flame paint job and the Algazaro body, which is my favorite body. I really like that. It also has a paint job of an old Lotus, so it's kind of that's kind of influence there.
Yeah.
It looks so puny with the yellow wings.
Oh yeah, the baby
It's like a
wings.
speedboat or something.
Yeah. That, if you want, we can do that, but
No.
for the players who are like interested in special.
No, that's better. But also, I think you need a better weapon.
Yeah, that's the important thing. Yeah. So here I have the.
The Shrapnel Caster shoots freeways. That's not that bad. Maybe you want to go and buy the minigun in the shop, actually.
Yeah. I don't have it yet.
No, you don't have it yet.
So.
So it's in the list. It's all the way. Oh no, not all the way. Like the one for 1,599.
This one, Gatling gun.
Yeah.
Okay, let's try this one. Oh, sorry. Back to the handle.
So Comfy asked, it's the game designer speaking out of Jeremy. No, I mean that's what I do. No, I mean, yeah, it's also, I mean, it's no secret that this game is very close to my heart. It's kind of like, this has been my pet project for a long time, but I couldn't have been able to do it on my own. And having with Blindflug a team that made all of this possible just makes me really happy. I think my proudest moment of Airheart kind of was when the physical PlayStation 4 version came out from Limited Run, because that kind of means like there's at least now one game that's kind of preserved for a long time that we worked on. So even in 10 years, if you want to, you can get an old PlayStation 4 and then play Airheart. It might not be the best game, but it's a game that I really love, and I love that it keeps existing.
Yeah, I also thought like, because Blindflug is very known for games that are on mobile devices, but Airheart is on all the big consoles, even Switch.
Yeah, it's just this one we went all out because we were like, hey, if we're doing this for PC and it definitely doesn't work on mobile that well, we haven't really tried it, but it's the controls, I don't know that well how it should be played. Whoa! You're grappling somebody who shoots homing weapons. That is daring.
Just trying it out, but I don't know if that works.
Yes.
And I think something happens if I shoot at this rock.
Yes, but with the gun. It also works with the gun. I didn't even know that. But yeah, you can just shoot with the gun and then it gives you some. It's
Yeah.
But yeah, it's also one of those.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so we originally did this in early access, and then of course for PC, but we felt like with the whole instinct controls and something, it is something that we want to try for consoles, and for us it was like a big leap for the first time doing console game. We like doing mobile games. I think mobile games are really cool, also in the scope they have, how big they are, and how so many people have an iPhone or an Android device. There's just way less people with the Switch. You can talk to so many people, but still, it was exciting finally doing a console game. At least you're talking to us like one. I like the way you're presenting the game to us. Oh, thank you. I mean, the presentation is more Nuria.
Yeah. But yeah, you mean the bigger part. I'm just playing and trying to survive. Yeah, but I want to go.
That's what I'm here for. I mean,
Yeah.
I can assist with the problem.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Okay, now.
Don't shoot the fish.
Yeah, exactly. I think there are also like police planes that will come if you shoot too many
Yeah,
innocent.
that's every fisher that you attack has kind of a chance of calling the police. And, the only thing you can do then is head home or head further up to escape the police. There's not that many fisher on the higher level, so if you now go to the next level, I think you should be fine. Oh, and you have the magnet special ability. I mean, that makes it easier.
That's like a passive ability, right?
That's the passive ability of the Algazaro. Now, the green plane is kind of codenamed with development as the wealthy plane. So, but it is really expensive. but all its abilities are designed around the people who are wealthy and lazy. So that's why it has an app that picks up automatically. I mean, you always say like wealthy people get wealthier, so yeah, the Aldas are hopes in that regard. I think we need to clear up some pirates.
Yeah. Let's see if I
can you handle it?
Yeah, I mean, the poor fish that also get killed, that's the problem. There's so many pirates here. Oh shit,
Oh, well, you still have to 75.
Yeah.
Maybe I just need to look up the recipe for the
yeah, exactly, the crafting system. Oh, it's open.
Yeah, I don't know if do we have interesting parts to craft on? I don't hear the music, but I love the music of this. This is my favorite band. I mean, I guess it's also my favorite layer when it comes to colors.
Yeah, I wanted to say that the color palette is beautiful in Airheart.
Thank you.
Yeah. So that was your job to
yeah, still often in the studio, colors are kind of my job. The 3D art is all Frederick, our 3D artist who has been with us for a while, who also manages projects in Blindflug, but here he was doing all the art, all the environment. But he often comes to me when it comes to, what color themes should these things have, and then I paint over his models in 2D. So he kind of has a color layout of how to do it. And that's how we did Airheart together. And one of the things that was kind of important to me in Airheart was that the higher up you go, all the clouds have different color variations, but it should always look nice the higher up you go. So now gradually the blue will go into some orange hues and everything, and that's why also here like half of the trees are orange and half of the trees are green. It's small stuff like this. It's almost like painting a picture that the higher up you go. Oh whoa! Coffee just bought the deluxe version. Thanks a lot. Have a look at the soundtrack as well, because with the deluxe edition you get the soundtrack, and I think it's an amazing soundtrack.
It's also on Bandcamp, I think it's called. Like, if someone doesn't use Steam, there are also other ways to buy the soundtrack, like for the PlayStation, Xbox, Switch players. It's awesome.
Indeed.
Yeah. Let's see if we can do. Yeah. Oh, I have to boost.
Yeah, you have the engine of the rammer plane. So basically, I mean, the code name for the blue plane was the rammer. So all the parts, I mean, you can use them individually, like we did. You now have an airplane made of 3 different airplanes, kind of. You have the engine of the rammer, you have the body of the dolphin, and you have the wings of... No, I think the wings are also of the rammer, I guess. But these come with different abilities, with passive abilities and active abilities. And the rammer's passive ability is that it doesn't take damage from bumps, and its active ability is that it can ram into things. So, I mean, there's kind of a synergy there, of course. Whoa! But you don't have the rammer body right now.
Yeah.
You will take damage from bumps.
Yeah.
So, just to let you know. But basically, with the big blue massive plane, you can just ram around it. Almost! It almost gave you an opening to go higher.
Oh, yeah, sometimes
Now. Yes.
Oh, that's great. And then you have a chance to go higher, even though there's still enemies nearby. That's brilliant. Still try.
Yeah, I mean, that's one thing. These portals, so that people don't just rush through them. There's basically a system. You haven't figured out what that tree does, huh?
Oh, no.
And that's probably one of the better kept secrets. This one, the big one, the blue one. And there's a very subtle hint about it that nobody picks up on. You see those small spheres that are circling around it? Something.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
And try to fly circles around it.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I think you need to go around it 3 times.
I got a health.
Yeah.
Oh, more! That's very useful.
But that is a very well kept secret. Not a lot of people figured out the health thing.
Oh, it's already next pirate. But yeah, that's. He has like this ram. He has something so he can ram me, right?
Yeah, but he's also having these really annoying homing rockets. What does this guy have? Ooh! These ones you cannot. Ooh, and I think there was a black one actually. So this is also a black one. So all enemies come in 2 rarities. There's the dolphin.
Oh wow!
If you can harpoon that and get it home, that one is worth a lot of bucks.
Oh, okay. Let's see if I can.
Yes. Oh, no. Don't shoot it.
Yeah, sorry.
Almost. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is.
Yeah, it's very quick. Oh no.
There it is. I mean, not that you need money. Yes, now if you...
No, did I lose it?
I think you detach it. Oh, it was shot. I didn't see it properly.
Yeah, there were too many pirates. I think it was shot.
Damn pirates shooting your dolphins.
Oh no. Yeah, that's enough. Oh, maybe there's something.
So basically what I want to say, like there's kind of like Diablo, there's different rarities for enemies. So there's the regular ones, but there's also black variants and then the red variants. And the red variants really have amazing weapons, like really end-game weapons. Some of them don't even know how to use these weapons, to be honest. Like there's one who has a barrel thrower who regularly shoots himself up because he throws a barrel at his own off. But I mean, it's a pirate. And, there was a damsel. Go to the left. See that school of fish following? That is the damselfish. So you could actually follow that one around and it will gradually attract fish. But I guess it's running away now.
There's too much going on. I know. And here's a big red one.
Don't remember if you can pick these purple red ones up or not.
It's faster than the other ones.
Can you guys turn down the music a little, please? Sure.
Yeah. It's already. Okay. Maybe it's better now. Let's see.
Tell us if it's better, and if not, we still can do it in the game.
Like frogs, can you?
Sorry about that.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't notice.
Yeah. I mean, it was already turned down a bit, but yeah, it's it's different for the people who are actually watching the stream and for us.
It's definitely better. But now it's a little quiet. Yeah, well, I mean,
yeah, we can change it.
I think we're going to leave it like this. Better quiet than loud. I mean, plus, Comfy, you now have the. Now it's too quiet. Oh my god.
Okay. No problem. It's not. It's one click. Yeah, I mean, I did test it, but depends on what you want. Because there were those cinematics, and you hear Amelia talking, and when I was testing, it was too quiet. That's why I put it back up. But let's see what.
Hopefully now it's good.
No, there's another dolphin.
There's another damsel. They're also worth good money. So, the dolphin, yeah, right. One. Ooh!
There's so much going on.
Ooh! What that laser drone?
Oh,
No.
Yeah, let's see.
Yes!
Now I have to survive too. Oh, that it looks.
I love how it looks when you're driving down.
Oh, that's great. That's awesome. Yeah, it should be fine. Oh, that's cool. That's my first dolphin.
Yay!
The dolphin. Yeah. It'll be better now. It's.
Didn't hear anything new, so I guess
Yeah.
it's good.
Yeah, it's just poor dolphin. Yeah, you can write if we have to adjust the sound again. Yeah, so here now we can see how many fish I got, how much I earned, because that's how you get the money in this game. And then we can have a look at the workbench.
Oh yeah, the workbench. Oh,
Yeah.
do I remember how the workbench works? Well, I mean, we don't have a lot. So, okay, what is the workbench? So, of course, we wanted to try to reinvent the wheel again. We wouldn't just do something usual. and make it easy for us. So instead we wanted to do something that feels like when you're just sitting down and trying to combine things into things that make sense. So this is kind of inspired by masterminds, as in the bottom you have these vague ideas what you could build in the game, but you don't know exactly how it is built. The only thing that you know is how many items it needs from what type of item. So, for example, the first one, all the way to the left, it looks kind of like something, and it needs 3 greys. And the greys one are the basic scrap ones. You currently don't have any yellows, which is metalworks, and you don't have any pyrotechnics, because you haven't built anything yet. But if you combine, for example, 3 metal scrap, and then you press craft, and you made a box. Wow. 3 times metal makes a box. But this now also became a yellow item, a metalworks item. So that's kind of the important part here now, that over time you are crafting more and more advanced things, and they are supposed to make a bit of sense, but you still need to guess a bit what it could be. So for example, you also have that second one, which has a question mark, which looks like bullets, and it needs 3 grey ones. So what do you think? How do you do that?
So we have gunpowder, which makes sense when you want to make ammunition. So I will certainly use that, but now I have to think in which...
and you can also use same things multiple times.
Yeah.
So you think gunpowder and scrap metal? You need
Maybe.
one more gunpowder?
Maybe, also
Try
I
that.
will try. Oh yes.
That is small ammo, exactly.
ammo,
Like
yeah.
1 metal and 2 gunpowders. So now that you know that, for example, there's another type of shell as the third one, but this one needs 4 things.
Yeah.
So how would you make a bigger shell?
Well, we have a pipe. Maybe that can help. Again, scrap metal and 2 gunpowder.
Try it.
No.
No.
Okay.
That is nothing.
Yeah, but now. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
That was a mistake.
You need to wait, because now on the top you can see how many were actually correct of these. So if you wanted to make the third one, it says like the first is wrong, which is the pipe, but the scrap metal and the 2 gunpowders are correct.
So I have to change the pipe one. Get this one out. Maybe 2 of those and 2 gunpowder.
Maybe.
Yeah. Ah yes.
Yes, these are shotgun shells. So I mean, it's not really rocket science, and there's not that much that can go wrong if you do wrong things, because you don't lose the items, you lose a little bit of money. And we use the money cheat, so it's all good. But that's kind of how you work yourself through the crafting system. The stuff that you bring home, you kind of try to use that way. Now, let's have a look what we have here. If I only knew. So you probably want to make a good gun, right? Mm-hmm. So you definitely need another box. So.
Again, scrap metal 3.
Exactly. So now you can make the big box, which is 3 boxes. Okay, so... But except boxes, you probably... How did the sniper ammo work? It might be scrap metal, gunpowder. No, that was the...
Shotgun?
That was the shotgun, right?
Yeah.
Or was the shotgun 3 gunpowder?
I think it was 2. We had 4, so maybe now with 5 it's different.
No, it's also 4. It's also a 4 recipe.
There's,
sniper,
yeah.
For example.
Yeah, you know
But, yeah, try 1 scrap metal and 2 3 gunpowders. No.
What does it say? That the first one is wrong. Maybe now the pipe? I'm not sure. That would be my next guess. Because the gunpowder is right.
3 gunpowders. Yeah, it could be. I really don't don't remember the crafting recipe.
Yeah.
Yes! Okay, that's a large caliber ammo. It still doesn't give us a good idea. Now the ideas that Amelia gets are kind of dependent on what's possible. You definitely need the long barrel, which is the very right one that you have, and it needs 5 things. I think it could be 2 pipes and 3 metals, maybe. I'm not sure.
What does it say? Only the last one is wrong.
Okay, maybe 3 pipes and 2 metals?
Okay. 3 pipes.
I run out of pipes.
Nice.
Yeah, long barrel crafted. It still doesn't give us. Can you make a box again, just to be sure?
Yeah.
Because currently we don't have a normal box. Maybe the sniper needs a regular box. Oh, the repeater now shows up. Okay, so now on the right side we have the first time we have a recipe which needs a golden one. So it definitely needs the yellow one, which is definitely the box.
Also,
The last one, yeah. The normal metal box, and then on the scrap part, I think we have gears. Gears and metal? It's either gears and metal or gears and pipe.
let's see.
It's gears and pipe.
The last. Yeah. Okay, so it's just the last one.
No!
No, but still the last one.
2 gears? That could be 2 gears.
Oh, sorry. I'm used to something different. Remove and now gears again. Yes.
Okay, that's repeated. Why doesn't it give us what does the sniper still need? I don't remember. But I mean, yeah, that is the whole way this stuff works.
Yeah. Now I get it that it changes the plans or the ideas at the bottom. At first I was a bit confused. So it adjusts.
It adjusts, and Amelia will only have ideas that you can currently do.
Yeah.
So it will not give you things that don't make sense in any type of form. I just see you also have the normal barrel. So maybe what was the barrel?
We have to something with the pipe. No.
Anyway, it's free,
Yeah.
so it's probably
Yeah.
pipe metal.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a foil. Okay. 2 pipes and a metal.
Yeah.
Yes. Still no gun idea. Damn it. Okay, we give up. So what wasn't this exciting content? That is
Yeah, but it's part of the game, and so we showed it.
Indeed.
It's okay. And yeah, I mean, it is cool how it opens up. Now mechanisms are also possible. So, and then from there you get new weapons, but you don't actually need to collect ammunition, right? When you play, you just kind of like shoot.
It's just you need them in the workbench. So for example, a sniper will need high caliber ammunition, it will definitely need a box, it will definitely need the long barrel, but I don't remember what else it needs. It will need something else, but I don't remember what else you need to make a sniper rifle. But yeah, we kind of try to do these mechanisms a bit that they kind of make sense in a fuzzy logic kind of way.
Yeah, you can guess. You can with the barrels that you need more of them to get a long.
You can also play.
Yeah.
Yes, I also want to try one round. And you can ask questions or comment how bad my run will be.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, we haven't talked about the roguelike elements, also that the idea behind that. Because now I'm playing in the normal mode, so if I would crash, I still would have my progress. But the idea of the game at the beginning was that it would be a roguelike.
Yes, so I mean, generally, let's just say we're really ambitious in the difficulty. We really want to be really punishing. I mean, Cloud Chasers was a roguelike, so why not make Airheart also a roguelike? So narratively, if you crash, you basically are pummeling down, and you are trying to hit Granaria, because if you don't hit Granaria, what happens? You are back in the world of Cloud Chasers down below. So that would be the permanent game over for Amelia. She migrated to the world above the clouds, right? If she would ever fall down even further, everything her father paid as sacrifice would be for nothing. That was kind of the idea of all of that. So it had like this aspect. So if you ever crash down, which is pretty tough, and then you don't hit the strip of Granaria or any part of Granaria, you would fall down back into the world of Cloud Chasers, and you would lose all your game progress. And turns out people really didn't like working in a game for 8 to 10 hours to get a better airplane and then lose it all in one bad, I don't know, crash landing. Yeah, it was rough. So that mode is still in there for people who like that. It is rough. I mean, it makes it really tense if you're crashing down, that you might not find the city, not hit it nicely or something like this. But it is more to the theme.
Yeah, and also with it being the sequel to Cloud Chasers, it would be fitting. But of course, I understand it that some people would be very frustrated.
No, I mean, that's kind of also like the other thing. In hindsight, Airheart is really also in the way it works. You can really play it for 6-7 hours or something and only unlock like half of the airplanes. It is pretty grindy. If I would design it again, I would make it easier probably, especially like in the beginning, that you get some of the cool stuff earlier. Because there's a lot of cool stuff in it, there's a lot of nice weapons. A lot of it could just be, end game content that you just get when you really, really find the rare fish and find the awesome parts when you fight high-level pirates, stuff like that. Like this guy.
Yeah, exactly. So, you can. There are like barrels.
Yeah, there are barrels, and didn't hit it. No, didn't. I want to get. Yes, I want to get that barrel. No, don't.
Okay,
damn it! I wanted to swing it back at him. That'd be nice.
That's good. That we do have like different options. Oh, yeah, you got him.
I got him. You gave a health pack. That's nice. But it's really hard to get these to eliminate these without taking off the shields first. So every shield that an enemy has, whoa, that is a black enemy. Why? He also has many guns. By the way, you can also. Oh, what was that? Oh, that's a drone. They are fighting against each other. So there's different factions in this game. So here's the drone faction trying to take out that huge ship that the air pirates have here. Well, they're not really helping that much. I think if I can just get this shield and then shoot the barrel. I think I should disarm him. He still has one gun. Bit of a crappy pilot.
Yeah.
Go away, drone. These drones drop great loot, by the way, for crafting. That will help as well.
Okay, he's already losing quite a lot of health. Yeah, it should work. Just shoot one time.
Machine gun power.
Yeah, it works.
Yes, I know it was. Yeah, it wasn't much. I think it was some glass. Glass is good. So this is the Autumn Forest. In the Autumn Forest is kind of where the pirates live. So that's why you see so many of the pirate faction roaming around here. And it only gets worse the higher up you get. Because they're just strapping guns to everything basically. So it's like all these turrets of guns. But you can already see from time to time glimpses of the next faction. So here's like a laser drone trying to hunt down pirates, for example. Kind of having a battle here, and it doesn't really make sense. Shotgun turrets. Anyway, it doesn't really make sense to trying to get into their way too much. Oh, that was. Give me your gun. What did you give me? Shotgun.
It's interesting that with an airplane you have like the typical shooter weapons. Like the idea that you can use a shotgun with your airplane.
I think the most broken weapon that we have is probably still the homing missile or something. That one which can just roam around and not care about anything.
I see Ultra Comfy, he tried out Airheart just now and he said it's some nice pacing, good gameplay, you fly around in action, return home, calm down, craft some weapons, then you take off again to kick some ass.
Exactly. That's the idea.
Yeah. Go back, go fly up again, and then you're better prepared.
I mean, the thing is, you just shouldn't, whoa. You shouldn't chew up more than you can. That drone is really easy. I need to harpoon it. Come on. Yes, I got it.
Nice. Yeah, that's very cool. And you can.
Did you drop something? Yeah, some glass. That's nice. Glass is a pretty expensive craft.
Yeah.
Health. I'm slowly making my way towards the second boss, so which is kind of like the village of pirates, but it's really well protected. There's only a few angles that you can safely take. To the left is a pretty good angle because a lot of the turrets starting and shoot to the whoa. Here it is. The archipelago. So, like all pirate stuff, it has a ton of shields, it has a lot of guns strapped to it, all of which you can kind of take off if you have the time. But it will also launch pirates at you gradually, so they are kind of spawning in that base. It's really hard to get rid of it if you don't disarm the guns first. You can make it pretty vulnerable if you have the time.
Really?
It's just that as soon as it drops between a certain stage, it will spawn the kamikaze planes, which are really bad. So I don't really want to give it too much damage before that happens. Oh, I'm at 50. Yeah, that's it. Yoink. Taking damage.
Yeah,
some more shields. Another shield down. Another shield down.
You can see how important the harpoon is.
Yeah.
You need
back. Also, you might not see this, but the Gatling gun has a crazy kickback. You really need to fight against it. But it is pretty powerful. Also, like the archipelago is built around the portal that you want to use, so I mean, of course, you cannot advance until you get the portal out of it. Whoa! Now it spawns homing missile planes. Yeah, but it's unwearing down.
Yeah.
Yes. Come on! Yes! Whoa. But it's still not opening.
Yeah.
Why?
Still someone
This guy. Or this thing.
But it's probably possible.
Yeah, there's not much left. I mean, maybe I need to get rid of this.
Oh, no, it's
Yes. In it. Snowcrest altitude.
I've never seen any machines like these before. They operate completely on their own.
So here's
They
the
don't need a
bit
pilot
that
at
I'm also
all.
like really proud of. So You're probably hearing now Amelia and the voice acting of Amelia. Do you know who that is?
No, I don't know.
That is Kira Buckland. And
Yeah.
Kira Buckland has also been the main voice of 2B in Nier Automata.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a big game.
I was really like, oh my god, she took that job. It was amazing. I was so glad.
Oh wow! Another big connection.
Indeed, but this one actually one that happened before.
Yeah. Very cool. Yeah. Yeah, she does a great job.
Yeah, it's cool. It was really cool. Patrick again, the writer from Cloud Chasers, also came back to write the story of Airheart, and he also like listened with us to all the voice actresses who were interested in that part. There were a lot to apply for it. I think it was like 60 people, and we really tried to find our ideal Amelia. It was really crazy to see that. So, I don't know how long I'll survive here. Grab this one. So this is snow crest altitude. Beforehand, you could see from time to time a small drone starting. So here, like this is the full-fledged biome for the drones. So these automated drones are protecting the upper sky layers, so that people are not venturing in wherever they want to. And I especially feel like, I mean, we've been working on Airheart for a while. At the point when we finally tackled Snowcrest, I really feel like Frederick did an amazing job in the 3D assets of this layer. I really love it, you know, with the crystals and well,
Laser.
yes, a little bit of. Yeah, there's not that many health trees and stuff up here. It is. Oh, there's one. There's another box. Aye! Stop shooting me. That wasn't the right angle, but there's another box. I don't even know where the portal is in this level. I mean, I should know by now because I've flown here so many times. So the portals are always at the same point. You can kind of learn where they are, and that's kind of intentional. So you don't just roam around like crazy every time.
Yeah, UltraConf is asking, are these worlds fixed or generated procedurally?
Yeah, no, they are fixed. So we designed all of them, also kind of the way that you're gonna take and what enemies you will cross in that regard. It was kind of a big question whether we want to what does he? Oh, I want this XX. Yes, I got the laser. Wow. So this is a weapons zeppelin. This is a trader you can find on higher levels, and you can trade for new weapons. I now gave up my weapon, so I actually had to trade in mine that I have. But now I have the laser, and the laser is amazing. And these drones can just go away. So the homing laser. The homing laser is a bit better, but this one is also good.
The poor fish. Does the fish also die if they
Yes,
get?
everything dies.
Iron Bell also wrote, this game looks so fun, still have to try it out. She's also a Swiss game developer, right?
Yes, she has the Kickstarter right now, right?
Yeah, with Johnny Lionface.
Yes, shout out. If you haven't seen it on our Twitter, she has an awesome Kickstarter that's going on. You can find the link there, just because I don't know how else to find it.
Yeah.
And she's steady climbing.
It's on Kickstarter, and it's action RPG with like the characters are all animals, and it has a cute art style, but it's still like they say it's twisted, doesn't it? It's a bit with humor and with a wink. So that's how I understand it.
I think to finish this off, I'm gonna grab a turtle because a turtle is amazing. I think I saw one around here. Where is it? There it is. Okay, so the good thing, whoa, what was, that was a firefish. So if you have a turtle, you can also swing the turtle gradually because it will never die as long as it's in its shell.
Awesome.
And it does quite decent damage.
Yeah.
We should have made like an achievement or something if you defeat the final enemy with a turtle.
Oh, that's great.
Come on. No! Small turtles are so... Yes! No, it didn't. Finish it off. Yes, now it did. Okay, let's bring the turtle home. This is it. I don't think I'm gonna get any higher. So now you can see like us diving back down through all the layers and all the colors that we passed so
now it
far.
changes.
This is just
You really can see all the way down that it doesn't just disappear or like...
And still, it's pretty frightening if you're actually crashing and you're trying to find Granaria. But yeah, there it is, sea turtle. We made some decent money in fish and everything. That was a nice run.
What I usually have now.
And we have a laser now, which is also kind of a high-end weapon. So the traders up there can really give you cool stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think.
Yeah, we did an hour. I think that's a nice length for a let's play and to show the game off. And now I see Ultra Comfy. Now it's Jeremy's Inner Maniac. Yes, everything dies. So yeah, thank you for this.
Swinging turtles around. No, but I mean, this was our small presentation of Airheart. It's not the newest game, but it's like still a game that we're really proud of. I'm really proud of the team having been able to make that. I still think it looks really nice, and now is kind of the time to get it because not only is there a nice discount, it's also helping for a good cause if you're getting it. So yeah. Thanks for that, and else just thanks for listening.
Yeah, we have also like 13 or 10 people on Steam watching, so that's great. It's not only on Twitch that we have people watching, and so thank you for tuning in. And until next time, we'll do such streams again, and yeah, it's always fun. So yeah.
Nice evening.
Bye.
Bye bye.